Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, and this week we're going to show you, as we start to move on to the bus, we are going to test some things. We're going to take the bus for inspection. We are going to the DMV and things like that. I don't think we'll get to all of that, but we'll show you.
We also got weighed.
Yeah, we also got weighed. So if you have a guess on how much we weighed, drop it in the comments below.
Not us. Please don't guess.
Please don't guess our weight. I'll give you a hint. We weighed about 19,000 pounds with the seats in it before we started the conversion. 19,200 or 300, something like that. If we are over 26,500, then the driver has to have a CDL in Texas. If we're under that, we do not. So drop a guess below, and we'll see what we weigh. All right, let's get into it.
Welcome to the Tale of Two Smitties. We're Cody, Laura, and Raleigh. Last year, we bought a school bus to convert into our dream tiny home on wheels. Each Sunday, we share with you our latest progress. We're getting close to moving on to the bus, so click subscribe and join us for the mad rush to finish.
So we have not done a very good job of updating you guys throughout the week. We've been doing a lot of work, but we haven't been very good this week about showing you what's going on. So I just want to walk you through a couple things that we've been up to. Some of them are closer to being done than others. Just kind of want to give you an update and show you where we're at. So let's take a look. Hey guys, I am starting to put the butcher block backsplash up on the countertop. And in order to do that, we have to drill some holes for some wood dowels. The wood dowels are little pegs, if you're not familiar, that will go half into the butcher block countertop and half up into the backsplash. We'll wood glue them and put them in there, and then they'll be installed. So I've never done this before, and like everything else on here, so what a surprise. The drill comes with a little stop collar here that goes on, and that allows you to set how deep you want to make the hole, and that way you don't drill in too deep, especially if you've got something thin that you don't want to drill through to the other side. So that came with the doweling kit. We got it at Home Depot. So I actually drilled the holes in the backsplash already. You can see one of them here. We're using 1/4-inch dowels, and so I've drilled these holes. I drilled 5 of them for this piece, and then, from what I understand, this little metal piece has a little point on the end. Let's see if I can show you that little point on the end. And that's going to go in here in this hole. Whoop, can't see. And then we're going to use that to create a mark where the hole needs to be on the backsplash. So it comes with 2 of them. I guess I can do 2 at a time, but oh, it feels like they're going to slide out. Let's find out. Let's see, it fell right out. That one fell right out too. What the heck? Well, made holes. Let's take a look. Okay, so I made a little prick here in the butcher block, and another one over here. So that's where we're supposed to need to drill those holes so that they line up with the backsplash. Okay, we're going to dry fit this first, obviously. Let me go grab the dowels. So the wood dowels look like this. Try and get you a better angle here. Beauty! always manage to overspray it. Spray the raw metal to protect against rust, just a metal primer. Again, but this is sealed pretty tight when it's screwed, so I think you can unscrew it, and then now it vents. So like when you're driving, you can close it up. But I think that's where people have said when they drive, they get problems with smell. So drop a comment if you're familiar with this scenario. But for now, we're gonna close it up.
And it's a mirror. Mushroom air vent, hot water heater, water intake valve, washer dryer, Cody.
It's not my strong suit.
Oh, it smells so good. It's like very vinegary.
Yeah, I got it in my mouth. It tastes very vinegary. It's disgusting.
What were you doing eating it?
I wasn't. I went to get a screw and I had a little blob of it on my finger and I didn't realize. And I was like, what the? Oh. The main reason that we chose a Nature's Head is that we didn't want to deal with a black tank. But, you know, you've got a composting toilet here, and if it doesn't vent, it will still smell. So this is the way we vented it. It's the recommended option for RVs. It is a mushroom vent, and the vent hose is connected to a fan inside. It'll pull fresh air in through the bus, through the hose, and out this way, keeping the bad smell flowing out. All right, so we're going to take a look at the exhaust for the Nature's Head here. Now, a lot of times you can put the Nature's Head exhaust right out the side of your bus. In our case, because of where our bathroom is, we've got not only hot and cold water lines, we have a drain line, and we also have a propane line in the wall, and there wasn't any room to go straight out the side of the bathroom. So what we did is come out the back of the bathroom into the bedroom area, kind of in a cabinet, and then we'll turn and go out the side of the bus there. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So here's the hose coming out of the bathroom. It's going to loop around and it's going to connect to this flange. I attach this flange to the wall. There's some silicone in there to kind of hold it, and then I screwed it to the metal as well with self-tapping screws. And then this is going to exit out the side of the bus through the mushroom vent and give us an exhaust out to get rid of any smell. So we we just put a drop of glue in the bottom of the holes in the countertop, put the dowels in. Now we're putting a little bit of glue in the holes in the backsplash. Depending on, at least from what, excuse me, from what I read on the interwebs, depending on what type of woodworking project you do, I guess this isn't necessarily required in all cases, but I don't know. I'm an amateur and it just feels like the glue is going to be a good idea. On the other piece of backsplash, we actually put glue along the bottom between the backsplash and the counter, but we didn't put very much, but it's squeezed out a lot of places, and I just don't want to deal with that again.
Are you good by yourself?
Yeah. Should be anyway. Dry fit this, we weren't getting quite the same clean seam on the bottom, but we'll see. Hey, baby. So I thought we'd take a sec to explain kind of our backsplash situation. So first of all, if you're doing this in a home, or if you had a wall up against the back of your countertop, you can actually just glue the backsplash to the wall. It doesn't have to have the dowel kit and all of that. We didn't build out a wall on this side of the bus, like off the wall. We didn't frame out a wall. Some people do, and then they'll like tile the backsplash, or in this case, maybe we would have tiled above the butcher block. We didn't do that for a few reasons that we won't really get into, but then without the backsplash, it left this gap behind that you could easily knock a utensil or anything behind, and it'd be really hard to get. So we did this. We considered doing kind of like a little shelf on top to go back to the windows, kind of like we did on this side. If you want to zip over here real quick, how we did this, we thought about doing something like that. So far we've decided not to do that. Honestly, as you guys have heard us say 100 times lately, it's probably mostly because it's just not necessary to move on the bus. And at this point, all of these little decisions are about moving on the bus. So anyway, that's a little bit behind this, but we're happy with how it turned out. And let us know what you think in the comments below.
How easy.
She's smiling pretty big.
So we used some leftover butcher block to make this little shelf. I think it's only about 7 inches deep, which is perfect because all I really want to use it for is some cookbooks, a little plant maybe, probably some other little decoration that Cody will be really excited about. And then these brackets, I ordered them off Amazon and I love them. We'll put a link below. But I love them because if you come on over here, they can be used to hold a shelf up, or if you flip it over, you can actually drill under it. It's kind of hard to explain, but you can drill under so that the bracket holds it.
Hangs it?
Yeah, kind of hangs it more. So the bracket comes down like this as opposed to up like that, if that makes sense. So really love them. Of course they're matte black because why wouldn't they be matte black in our home? But no, they're really great, super cheap too. Price, not quality. But yeah, my shelf. So very exciting. We just got off the phone with our insurance agent.
Yeah, so we talked through, you know, all of the things you're probably familiar with auto insurance, like bodily injury and property damage and collision and all that. But obviously it being a motorhome and our primary residence, we also talked through like contents insurance and like what if there's theft or a break-in or whatever. So it's funny, he used the analogy, and I never thought of this, but it's a really good analogy. He used the analogy, if you were to take the roof off the bus and turn it upside down, the things that fall out are covered by your contents, and the things that are attached to the bus and wouldn't fall out are covered by your general coverage. So anyway, I thought that was interesting.
So get to screw in all your stuff in.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll keep you updated on how that all pans out, because we actually have a couple different agencies going after the bid. So we'll see what they come back with.
Yeah, we went from couldn't find anybody to insure it to now we've got 2 agents quoting us.
So let us know if you think an insurance process video would be something you'd be interested in, because it is a process to learn. It's new to us and probably, we're guessing, new to you too.
And we're about to take for state inspection. That's more the bus itself, the vehicular inspection, and then the DMV to title as a motorhome. So our registration actually is just now expiring but it's just registered as a bus. So now that it's converted, there's a process in Texas. It's actually a pretty easy process. We've probably talked about that in the Q&A in the past, but if a video covering all that would be helpful, let us know.
So in the meantime, we have a bus to clean out and get over to the DMV.
It's time to head to inspection. So it's a good thing I have Jonas with me, because when we go around these left-hand turns, we're losing all the drawers. So we're pulling in to get weighed. I want to see if anybody's got any guesses on our weight.
Let's try and go get our inspection now.
So
We did it!
we passed.
Yay!
Thanks to Laura finding the plug. I don't remember if I have video of it, so we'll show you a picture right here. Actually, I don't have video of that whole process of us failing. We had updated on Instagram a little bit, but I don't have some of those saved. So when we went to get inspection, the only lights on the outside of the bus that were working were the headlights. None of the marker lights or clearance lights, the brake lights, the rear turn signals, the front headlights and the front turn signals were all that was working. And I could not figure out why. At first I thought I was missing a switch, like they were on separate switches or something. They weren't. We pulled back out into the parking lot, my friend Jonas and I, and we were looking through every fuse. I pulled every fuse out of the center panel. We went in the side panel and we're looking. I tested relays with the multimeter and couldn't figure it out. Finally, after about 40 minutes, decided to call it and drive back to the parking lot where I met up with Laura. We continued to look through things, and then Laura stumbled on this plug that had either come undone or that we had unplugged during the wiring process and had never plugged back in, whatever it was. So anyway, plugged that back in, went back to inspection. The guy had told me if we got there before he left his shift, he wouldn't charge us again. So we never technically failed, and we passed inspection. Super exciting. Anyway, Laura found it, we fixed it, and everything worked like a charm. Again, we've hardly driven the bus, other than removing some very specific things. We didn't change anything, so it was so confusing as to why we'd have a problem and frustrating. And so anyway, we fixed it.
Happy ending.
Yeah. We, you might have seen it, we almost had a little spill there on the way. It's probably in a time lapse, but we almost lost all the drawers.
That is
on top of
stressful.
Laura. It was a stressful moment. I don't know if you could tell in the time lapse. Now it's time to go to the DMV. Happy Christmas Eve.
Hi, happy Christmas Eve. Welcome to our home. From the Tale of Two Smitties, and today we wanted to share one of our Christmas Eve traditions from our Skoolie home. Hey girl!
Attack!
That's a big one. You gotta have big jaws for that one.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hey, our hotel stay is supposed to end this week, so we're hoping to not have to extend that again. Based on what we got done and checking electrical and stuff, I think we should be okay. And the next few days we'll be checking the water system, some other things like that, getting curtains installed, and then we should be able to move in. So hopefully next week's video shows you where we spent our first night on the bus.